You're watching EVH and Gear TV, brought to you by Stewart Travel Guitars. See the incredible stowaway travel guitar at stewartguitars.com. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones. And official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com. Here's your host from Ontario, Canada, EVH artist Eric Broadbent.
Streets again. Oh yeah, you think you really boogie man? Better buy yourself a friend. Just ride into the day. I told you we
Everybody, happy Saturday to you. Happy Saturday afternoon, morning, afternoon, whatever it is for you. I'm just going to kill some tunes here, bring this back. So I've been playing around with Helix here lately, and I've been wanting to do this preset for a very long time. Actually, it's a series of 3 presets, and I'm close to being where I want to be with it. I've been testing it on different speakers, monitors, headphones, all that kind of good stuff. And it's going to be kind of a 3 premium preset package. The first one is going to be obviously the Van Halen entry level, debut sound, Van Halen 1, Van Halen 2, right up to pretty much fair warning. And then I'm going to skip a little bit of tones. We're going to go into a Van Hagar, I hate to use that term, but the Sammy Hagar Era. So first preset's going to be called Pasadena Proud, covering, the first 4 or 5 albums kind of deal. Going to go into Driving 55, and then there's the modern Van Halen, which is called Modern Truth. So I'm going to show you some of the tones here today that I'm working on for the first preset, and I'm getting pretty comfortable with it. I'm almost there, and it's gonna be a lot of fun when I'm done this baby. So let's say hi to a bunch of people here in the chat first, and let's make sure my music is stopped. Okay, there we go. We're good on that. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Bam Ozzy's here. Denny Allen, Landon the Boy is here. Nocturnal Butterfly running the chat always efficiently. Rick Hefner. Let me see here. Anybody else? Sean Zimmerman is here. Let me see if I missed anybody else. And our internet is working great, so it's nice to be able to do these things at any kind of whenever inspiration hits. So very, very nice. We can do this. Let me see. I missed somebody else that just tuned in. I missed Sean Zimmerman. Did I say hi to you? I think I did. Ladybug is here. JJ Collins is here. Let me see here. Access Mario is here. Landon the Boy. I think I mentioned that. Stephen Naismith, and I think I've got Ben Burnett. Yes, I will be selling these, Ben, for sure. These are going to be premium presets. They're going to be affordable. It's going to be a package, so it'll be 3 presets that will cover pretty much all eras of Van Halen. So Brad Miller's here as well, too. No problem. He's at the gym. So I'm going to start off. What we got basically is your old typical Plexi Marshall, like on the verge of blowing up. So we've got our MXR Phase 90. And I kind of spoiled it too. I had the Variac on already as well too. Okay, and let's turn off all of the effects actually. We're going to have nothing. So we got just basically the amp and a 412 cabinet with greenback 25. So we need some plate reverb. Oh, I'm going to drop D right now. Okay, put on the phaser. Got the flanger. Okay. I have the MXR 6-band EQ, which I had to kind of cheat on because there's a 10-band EQ in Helix, and there's a few other options as well, too. So I had to kind of cheat a little bit to make what would be the equivalent of Eddie's old MXR 6-band EQ. So if I pop that on as I'm doing a little chunky D chord here, it adds a lot to the mix. Okay, then I've got a coarse tape echo. Oh, should mess that up. I'm kind of tap dancing here. Okay, so I've got the tape echo on there. But the nice thing is, by putting on the Variac. All right, let's see how it sounds in the conjunction of a song here. Let's jump over here to this screen. Okay, now we're talking. When I crank my headphones so I get a bit more vibe here. All right, so I don't know this song as well as I should, but I'm going to play it anyways just to give you some context. All right, let's give it a try. Get a quick sip of coffee here as well, too. And I'm going to lose my slippers because I can't change the presets that well. how'd that sound? Where's the camera? How'd that sound okay? Let me see here. Let's go back here. Let's have a look at the chat as well, too. Sounds pretty close. Maybe needs a bit more reverb. Yeah, you know what? Depending on the system, I'm not sure what you're listening to it on. Through my monitors, I've got really, really strong reverb. In the headphones, it sounds a little different, but I kind of tuned it to my reference monitors. And yeah, I could put a bit more reverb in there as well, too. And another thing I've done as well, too, I've got with the tape echo, I've got it kind of right in the wheelhouse where I want it. And on top of that as well, too, I kind of wrote this. So I did write this with this guitar, this Kramer here, which got the Duncan JB in the back, which is a very, very common pickup. I figured that was kind of a nice common denominator for most pickups. A lot of people are going to be playing it, be less gain, more gain, but it's kind of a happy medium in between. So we'll try another one here. Let's see what else we got here. One second. And another thing I did, too, let me jump to another camera. I added, even though that Eddie would not be using this, you know, the pitch detune and the wet, dry, wet, obviously didn't use that back in 78 and it for quite some time. But I added a button on this preset. Basically, I call it, what do I call it? Stereo Fat. And it is kind of a trimmed down version of my big pitch detune effect. And it just adds a bit of sparkle. So if you wanted to use Van Halen 78 sound and have it in a mix today with a little bit kind of a more modern sound, it's not adding much to it. It's just making that stereo spectrum just a little tiny bit bigger. So it's pretty close. Try another song here. One sec. Let me see. I don't know if I want to do Running with the Devil. I think I've got any Talking About Love on here somewhere. Give me a sec. Where do we have it? Guitar, general stuff. I'll try this one. See how this works. See if I'm in tune with it. Some of these backing tracks I have are tuned to 440. Couple of flubs there, quite a few flubs, but how's that sound tone-wise? We somewhere in the wheelhouse? I'm still working on it. We've got some questions here as well, too. Let's back up a little tiny bit. Hey, there's Cappy from Boston. He says, I'm wearing Beats headphones, and it sounds killer, brother. Thank you. Let me see. Go back up a little further. Hey, there's Brian Cote is here. Let's jump back a little further because I know I missed a bunch of people coming in. Nocturnal Butterfly always sends me the funniest text messages. I wouldn't say what she said. It's hilarious. It's funny. I got you, Nocturnal. Let me see here. I'm going to go back a little further, see where I left off. See where everybody jumped in. Okay. So I left off at Brad Miller. So he's at the gym. Gary Holt. And let me see. Brian Cote jumps in. Dale Palmer, good afternoon. Let me see. Landon the Boy. This is actually, I like this. I really like this preset. I'm going to be fooling with this one a lot. I'll get rid of my phaser here for a second. It kind of almost sounds like an amplifier that's on the verge of blowing up, and that's kind of what Eddie's Marshall was like a lot back in that day. Now, this one is almost done. I just have to tweak a second snapshot, and then I'm going to be moving on to my next one. I'm going to release them all at the same time. It's going to be in a preset package. The next one is going to be the Van Halen kind of Sammy Hagar era, and I might actually jump over to that one for a second. And I'll see if I can get that. And I'll get. Oh, actually, I think there was a question too about the tape back. I think that was from Caesar. So let's continue down for a second. Let me see here. Ladybug says, I'm not even a Star Wars fan. I've just seen it all over my feed today. Yeah, the May the 4th, right? Janice Lawless has stopped in for a few minutes or maybe longer. Thank you. I appreciate you tuning in. Richard Lee Rogers, beautiful sound and playing. I appreciate that. And I gotta dust off the cobwebs and the Van Halen chops, man. I don't play enough Van Halen as much as you would think I would. I don't. Sometimes. And JJ Collins says, sounds great. That Kramer looks and sounded great. Thank you. This was the guitar used for making this preset because of the pickup in it alone, just because it's a common denominator pickup for a lot of people. And yes, exactly. Caesar says, don't forget the Echoplex preamp too. Yep, working some things like that into it as well. And yeah, I mentioned Dean's comment about the reverb. Yeah, I got to be careful with the reverb because it can get pretty crazy. It's pretty wet right now, but I could maybe go a little bit more. Landon says he needs a red Kramer, and Richard Rogers says, awesome playing. Thank you. Appreciate that. Dale says, I just want to be able to play it regardless of copying tones. Thank you. Gary says, sounds good. Julian Patrick says, great job. Thank you very much. Brian Cote, cool stuff. And Ben Burnett says, are you all in the Helix? You spoke of turning on the Variac. Yes. Variac is, you'll see in the preset when I release it, it's a super cranked up compressor. So there's no Variac, there's no real Variac, but I call it Variac, and it's labeled Variac on the Helix. Here's the difference without it. Variac on. So there's your Variac. So all in Helix. And the good thing is about this as well, too, no IRs, no nothing, no third-party stuff. So when this preset's ready for download, it is ready to put into your Helix and rock. You don't have to do a thing other than maybe, if your pickups are less gain, maybe add some more gain. Or if you have some EMGs or something like that with some super high output pickups, maybe bring back some of the gain. Things like that, just tailor it to your liking. But there's nothing needed. You don't have to import IRs and all that kind of stuff. So ready to go. And Dale says he has it on TV and surround sound. Sounds fine here. Great. And Cappy from Boston said sounds good through the headphones. Beats headphones. That would sound good for sure. Need more cowbell. Awesome. Janice Lawless says on my phone and earbuds and sounds great. Good stuff. Wolverine says, dang, Eric, you make that look so friggin' easy. The subtitles in your playing, the mimic ed are spot on. Oh, subtleties. I thought it said subtitles. Oh, man. Cappy says, I grabbed my AKG Studio phones and yep, sounds so good. Thank you. Right on. And Ben says, guitar sounds spot on, just loud in the mix. You spoke about turning on the Variac. Yeah, I might be a little loud in the mix. I can fix that. Is there something to replicate speakers too? Yes, Caesar. I'm actually using 412 25-watt creambacks. So kind of getting in the same wheelhouse as Eddie's speakers. So yep, the Marshall, the 412, tons of reverb. I think I'm using a 57 right on the cone on this one. I changed it to a ribbon once and it was a little too dark for me, so I went back to a 57 on the cone. And yeah, it's pretty darn cool. So I'm gonna jump over to what's gonna become the next preset, and that's as far, and it's in its early infancy stages. I won't have this one ready for probably about another week, but let's grab this one here. See if I can grab it here. And let me see here. Probably go back a little bit. Okay, and I didn't put anything on stomp mode here, so let me open up my HX Edit, which is Helix editing software for those that don't know, and I didn't even put a noise gate in this stage. So let's do that right now. I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'm not actually sharing my screen at the moment, but you'll hear my guitar get quiet right now. Look at that. There's my noise gate that I forgot to put on. Save that. Okay, 1 second, and let's do this. Let's put on the famous pitch detune. Gotta get rid of the delay. So this is coming. Okay, now if I want to go back up to E, I've even got the Boss Super Octave simulated. What else have I got in here? I've got, of course, the Phase 90. We'll pop the delay back on there as well for some ambiance. I've got the, obviously, the flanger. And what do we got here? 70s chorus. We could have this. Turn off the chorus, will give you that a bit of a sound. And I can't see the chat at the moment either. I apologize. I've got my Helix screen over top of the chat. No, here's the octave. If I want to do something like a... I got the mix too high in that one. Got to bring it back. Didn't save it. Although I can make a really nice effect for like... That's not a Van Halen song, it's one of my songs. So that would be kind of a runaround, but I got to bring the mix way back. Let me jump over here for a second. Let's jump up a little further. And did I put on the SD? Okay, here we go. So now that's the hint of what's coming on that preset. And let me bring over my chat as well, too, because I don't want to miss that. I'm going to bring it over to my center screen. Okay, and I go back to HX Edit now. 1 sec. Here's the Modern Truth. Now, this one has a lot more of the high gain, EVH 5153 amplifiers, all that kind of stuff. I got nothing on, so let's bring up other than reverb. So let's put on the big. Okay, so we got strictly reverb and our pitch to tune. We got the super octave on here. There we go. That's the octave I was looking for. All right, let's put on some digital delay, and I have the Roland SDE 3000 simulated in here as well too. So if I was to do something like that, turn off the octave and do something like this. Let me see here. 98 milliseconds on one side, 798 in the other. You know what we're going to do? Let's do this for a second. Let's mute this. Let's put on mute. And let me grab a different guitar. One sec. I wrote that preset with this guitar, higher gain pickups as well too. Let's see what we got there. One sec. This guitar cleans up really nice. And I think I saw a message pop in. I've got to grab that. One sec. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good on that. Okay, so let's see what we got here. The octave and Roland STE 3000. Put in regular delay. Nice tone. Nice wide tone on that one. Alright, let's try this. Turn this up a little bit. Let's try to use it in context with your own music. I'll try it with my own music. One sec, here we go. I'll turn off. So I'm not going to change anything. I might have to just juggle the mix a little bit. So it goes to show you, even though you want it for your Van Halen kind of tone chasing, you can use it for your own stuff too. Here we go. Turn this off.
One night you
right, let's jump back to the chat. I probably don't need my Helix edit anymore, so I'll put the chat back where I can see it. Let's scroll back up. Let me see. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? A bunch of people. Wow. A lot of people jumping in. I didn't see him come in. Joe Hervey, where's my coffee? It's getting cold here. I'm going to take the last couple sips of it before it gets completely cold. Medium warm. I can live with it for a couple more minutes. Marcel's here. Marcel Blade. Let me see. Where did I leave off? Cool. Brad was saying, I'm just building a Marshall patch to use with my Kramer. Nice. Okay, so I left off there at Caesar's comment. They were talking about speakers. Okay, we talked about that. R2R3 is here. Thanks for jumping in, buddy. Let me see where else. Wolverine says, dude, good seeing you. Talking to R2. CyberChrist777 says, good stuff as always. Thank you very much. I'm still on my long roll and delay. Bam Ozzy said, are you using floor LT stomp or effects? I'm using Helix rack, and I'm using the control. So if I go to this screen right here, you can see Helix rack right back there, way back over there. And then the controls right down by my feet here. Let's go back to this screen. So that's Helix rack. And when these presets are done, I'm going to make a condensed version of for Helix, for HX Stomp as well, too. So there'll be the Pasadena Proud, which would be the early Van Halen sound. It'll be the Driving 55, which is kind of covering most of the Sammy Hagar era of Van Halen, and then the Modern Truth, which is pretty much all the high gain new stuff. So yeah, there you go. Let me see here. Cappy from Boston says, I'm an old tube guy, but the more I watch your videos, the more I'm ready to jump into Helix. Man, very inspiring. Thank you. And I was too. I was a tube guy through and through, and I did not want to even embrace digital to save my life. I could not embrace it. But now that's all I play. It's a convenience thing for me, and it's inspiring. Every time I come in and I plug in the guitar, it's going to sound exactly the same for me, you know. And if I suck, I still suck on digital. But if I have a good day, it sounds really nice on digital. Let me see here. Johnny Melancholy is here. Nice to have you. Marcel Blade, nice tone. Thank you. Let me see. Where's my coffee? That was Joey. I mentioned that. Ratwolf is here. Denny Allen, dancers appearing in the background would be cool. Get the old elephant sound here with that long delay. Kind of cool. There you go. Chuck Booth. Goes great with coffee. Awesome. Let me see here. Kevin from Boston. What's totally legit recordable tone? Your original songs are killer, Eric. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Julian Patrick says, sexy neck. Yeah, this thing has a beautiful neck on it, doesn't it? Look at that. I'm looking at my screen up here so I can see it. Beautiful neck on this thing. I really do like it. Let's take that same preset. Let's rock it up. Drop it down to D. Go back. Get rid of that long delay. Let's play some silence. Actually, no. You know what? Let's take it a step further. We're gonna keep it in D. We'll play Runaway. This is a fun one. One sec. So if you're seeing me smiling or doing the oh yeah every once in a while, I don't always hit those Zach Wild pinch harmonics. And when I hit them, I love them. When I miss them, it makes me so angry, but it's so nice. See, I missed it. There we go. I love that. I don't like to do it often, but that, I have to hit that every single time. Jump into one more song, we'll come back to the chat. Just because now I'm starting to warm up. All right, we'll keep her in drop D here. Wolverine Super Chat. Oh, I didn't even see that. Jeez, how did I miss that? Wolverine's $1.99 Super Chat. Great performance. This is fun. Thank you. Thank you. That is so nice of you. I appreciate that. So, long story short, that's so kind of you. I appreciate it. Long story short, these presets, even though I wrote them for Van Halen stuff, Van Halen fans are going to want to play with them. You can see that they work for your cover songs or your own songs. Very, very inspiring. I can turn off that pitchy tune. It still sounds beefy. Here we go. Silence things a little bit.
Seem to feel what's come to be.
There we go. So people are asking about these songs, where they can get them. I have them available through my Patreon. You can get 2 of my records plus 2 bonus tracks. You can get All of Silence, all of 5210. I had to think of the name of the album for a second. I was going to say 51 something. 5210, and then there's 2 bonus tracks. And I think I have it in my Patreon tier at about $4, I think it is. Patreon.com/evhgeartv. You don't have to sign up forever for it, you know what I mean? But it's in there, so take a look at that. You can get all those songs as a digital download. Let's take a look at some more questions here in the chat, and I'll maybe play a couple more songs, and we'll wrap up soon. One thing I was gonna do today, if I have it set up here, I wonder if I do. What I'm gonna do here in a second, I might do this. I might grab my Variax. I don't have my my other screen set up here. Actually, I wonder if I could. I don't know if I can do it or not. I was going to tune down my Variax to a drop tuning and play a song from our record that I haven't actually ever played on the channel here before, ever. We'll see if we can do it. Or, I'm trying to think. I could, you know what? I don't have to do it. It would be really nice with an acoustic. It would be if I had the acoustic. All right, let's go back and see what I might have missed here in the chat. Oh, let me see here. Keith Pass is here. Need more cowbell. For sure. Hadley Scott McIntyre, Shredded Iron Man. Nice. Love Drop D. Oh, we have a $5 super chat from, scroll down to the bottom, from Julian Patrick. It says, play some Gatto. Kidding. Kinda. I'm sorry, I don't know any Gatto. Hopefully it'll satisfy if I play a couple of my own songs. It also saves some copyright issues as well, too. Thank you immensely for a $5 super chat. I really, really appreciate it. I can't do any drop C on this one, Joey, or Joe, because I have to down tune it, but I could do it on the Variax. But thank you very much there, Julie. That's very nice of you. Let's go backwards again. James Severin, Dolores Fisher is here. Ben Mossie's, let me see. He's talking about practicing. Very, very good. Let me see here. Dave R's Guitars is here. Nice to see you. Let me see what else I missed. 3 strings. Yeah, sweeping. I cannot do it. I can't sweep to save my life. I'm working on it. Just want to learn a couple of little tricks. James Severin says great tone. Appreciate that. Let me see here. Scroll back a little further. Lots of upper mids from in Texas. Tex. Mids are my thing, man. I crank my mids. And if you happen to look at that, if you get a chance to go, I haven't gone there yet, but if you go to the Metropolitan Museum in New York there and you see the display, the Play It Loud display, and Eddie's display. You look at his 6-band EQ on his pedal board, and he's got his mids dimed. A lot of people don't think that Eddie dimed his mids. He did, and that's a secret. Well, it's not the secret. It's one of many secrets. And before I even knew Eddie did that, I wasn't really even aware that he dimed his mids as much as he did. I do that on all my real amps. I'll go over and I'll take the mids and I put them on 10, literally on 10. I keep my bass back quite a bit. And when you start to do that, when you crank your mids, your guitar is going to really, really cut through the mix. And try it sometimes, especially if you're in a 2-guitar player band. Let your one guitar player do his or her thing, their way, and then try your tone with mids cranked, and you're like, whoa, there now I'm hearing myself in the mix, and so is everybody else. Probably more so everybody else. You probably hear yourself on stage better too. Let me see here. Let's go back see if I missed anything else. The Yngwie channel. I wish I could play like Yngwie. That I cannot. Richard Lee Rogers says, I hope someone tells Eddie about this show. He's aware of it, which is cool. Wolverine says, I love these videos of you playing. You maintain your modesty. Thank you. I try my very, very best because I never try to be anything, or I never pretend to be anything I'm not. And no, Joe Hervey says, can you do some 3-string sweeps? No, I can't. It would sound horrible. Let me see here. Keith Pass is here. Need more. I think I'm almost back to where we were before. That's all good. And it says more mids always raise my low end. Yeah, you should bring the low end back a little bit. And there's no rules. I'm sure sound technicians will maybe give you some better explanation than what I can. But just you want to be heard, and the more that you're competing with bass players and other frequencies, you're just not going to be heard, and especially other guitar players. You really want to crank those mids. And you do see a D-tune R2. That's all I use on my guitar is D-tunes for sure. All right, what we're going to try here. Let's try, let me see what else we got. I'm going to switch a preset now. Now, this is the end of the Van Halen presets, but you're going to see a lot of similarity between my presets. Because I like Van Halen so much, a lot of that DNA comes along with me in other presets. So we're going to go back over to what's called Eric Triple, if I can find that one. Let me see here. We're getting close. We're getting close. We're getting close. There we go. That will give me a clean, dirty, and obviously a lead channel. Oh, geez, that's loud. Let's bring that back. I'm very sorry for your ears there. Very, very sorry. Let's see where we're at level-wise. That's a loud preset. Curl bars here. Yeah, there'd be coffee. There's last little bit. Can you see it? There's a last little bit of coffee and it's getting cold. Hence why I'm chugging it. I'm sorry. It's getting cold in here. It's not cold in the house, but it just cools down so fast. I'd like to get a nice little one a little warmer in here. I could put my coffee cup on there and keep it warm. Okay. Let's try this one for a second. This was a song called Pass You By. All right, and let's go over here. And here we go. And this is kind of a nice song. One of my favorite guitar solos in it, which is very simple. Doesn't have to be crazy to be a nice passage. Here we go. Microphone off.
I know there's gonna come a
See, I made a mistake on my own music there. A lot of you probably didn't recognize that. Some people that hear me play that song a lot may recognize it. And that's a song I hate to make a mistake in because it's a very emotional piece in the center part there. But it's one of those things. Keep going, right? Little flub wasn't major, but it was keep on going. Never stop. Rock and Roll Guitar Lounge says, I'm digging that PV guitar. Thank you. I like this one a lot as well, too. Bamazi, Alex Radford is here. Let me see. Thank you, Julian. I appreciate that. Talking about moving. I'm really getting the itch to plug in that Variax. I just got to make sure I've got all my software, my screens set here appropriately. Let me try something here for a second. I'm going to see if I can do it. All right, let me just move HX Edit. Let's see if we can do this. And this could be quick. It might not be. Does it work? No, I don't have it. Wait, hang on. It should have been there. One sec. Why is it not there? Darn it. I don't have. Do I have it here? No, I don't. Okay. You know what? Okay, well, give me a second. I'm going to try this for a second. Let's mute the guitar for a second. At worst case scenario, if I can't do what I wanted to do, we'll play a couple songs that are in standard tuning. All right, we're back. Let's switch screens here again. Let's go back over here. We'll probably be wrapping up soon. All right. So I got the Shuriken Variax still plugged into Helix. I don't even have to change anything. Okay, I'm muted. Let's fix that. We do have to fix that. There you go. I think what I'll do this for fun for people that are new here tuning in today, that haven't been here in the past few days, few broadcasts, I'll show you my acoustic preset. Let's go over to that one. Where is that one? It's called Big Martin. Here we go. With multiple tunings. Okay, so we need to bring that gain back up. Watching my levels, that sounds pretty good. So with this preset, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 tunings on it. It's kind of a simulated Martin guitar. Standard tuning, half down. So let's try it. We'll do a G chord first. Go back to standard. Half step down. Full step down. 2 whole steps down. So let me mute my microphone and play a little passage here for a second. Definitely a fun preset. I really enjoy this one. Back to standard tuning. And of course, my other preset here. Let's go over here for a second. Jump over here. Go to dirty. Okay, I'm going to try this right now. Let me bring up my messages here too, so I'm not missing anything from Nocturnal. And I'm going to change tuning here. I wish I could show you on the screen right now. I didn't have this set up. I'm going to change my tuning permanently on this preset right now. Let's go over to Variax. And I want to change this to E flat, okay? 1 second. Custom. Put this on a Les Paul. Okay, changing my strings. Okay. I want to make sure I save this in the... Okay, that's a rhythm preset. Make sure lead is still saved. And it is. And let's go to acoustic. Okay, I'm going to try something I'm going to attempt this today. I'm going to play a song I've never played on the air since I've been on YouTube. This is a song off the 5210 album. It's called Tomorrow. I know it in my head. Never attempted it. And again, people are asking about these songs. This is available, obviously, for download as well, too. The whole 2 albums plus 2 bonus tracks on my Patreon, patreon.com/evhgeartv. Okay, let's give this a try. Godspeed. It's kind of a fun song. And here again, really a simple solo. I got it. There we go. Probably all those hours in the studio. Here goes. Here's Tomorrow. So a very good question, which was funneled to me from Nocturnal Butterfly from Lost Smoke. Says he wants to know what 5210 stands for. 5 May, 2 May 2nd, 2010. May 2nd, 2010 is when was kind of the rebirth of Finding Core. The band was launched in 2000 and went through several versions, several different singers. Only 2 bass players over the course of that time, but a lot of different singers, different drummers, all that kind of stuff, all that jazz. And then we kind of rebuilt the band in 2010, released the record on May. What did we get? I'm trying to think if we released the record then, but I think that's what it stood for. It stood for May 2nd, 2010. So there you go. Thank you. I appreciate that. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to sit over and let's go back here. Let's try that, the triple one again. Okay, 1 second here. Wait, actually, you know what we're going to do here? Let's see if we got this. Okay, I might mute this one and grab the other guitar. 1 sec. We're going to go back to Kramer. We'll play a couple last songs, and we'll wrap up for you guys. How's that sound, guys and girls? Let's mute the rack for a sec. And let's see if there's any questions coming in. Look at the last comment. She says, could you make a video lesson of your songs from Francisco and Costa? Yes, I will for sure. I will do that. I love to do that. Love to teach that kind of stuff. Be more than happy to. And maybe what I'll do is, because a lot of you guys and girls tune in and, watch me play a lot of these songs a lot of times, and you know them. Like, you know these songs probably better than I do. I will show each of them, and you'll recognize them. So I'll go through all of them. There's some really fun things, and sometimes I might have to relearn my own songs to do it, but I'd be more than happy to teach you. I'll get some good camera angles where you can see close-ups of the neck, and you'll see my picking hand and all that kind of stuff as well, too. So more than happy to, Francisco. Thank you very much for asking. And Lost Smoke says, and that was a wonderful song. Love the acoustic to the electric. Thank you. That's one of the things that we try to do. We try to do a lot of dynamics in our music, and, acoustic, electric, dirty, everywhere in between. And, a lot of my solos, I can shred a little bit. I'm confidently shred a bit, but I think a lot of my better stuff is more the melodic playing. And, like a perfect example is one song. Let me go back to, am I muted? I'm muted here. 1 sec. Okay. The one song, So Deep, the acoustic guitar kind of goes like this. And it's a really simple solo. It's kind of nice. It's kind of a nice little melodic thing, right? Okay, we're going to go to my triple preset, and we're going to play some Fly. How's that sound? Just got to find it. I'm tap dancing here, looking for Eric's triple. I had it. There we go. All right, go to clean. And this is that loud one, isn't it? Yeah, I got to adjust the volume on that one. That's one thing I'm bad at so far, is keeping my volumes consistent between presets. Okay, we're going to play Fly. Here we go. This would be a fun one to debut first, because it's got a really cool arpeggiated E chord in it, like this. Let me try that one. That is on the Silence record. Here we go.
Glows on me. I almost feel you breathing. Come on, drives me crazy. Laid up bed with many, never want to marry. This inside is scary. Let's begin this into my circle. Come into my circle. Come into my circle. Come into my circle. Come into my circle.
There's a good question there from Wolverine. Says, is your music available on Apple Music? No, it's not available on Apple Music. Only available at the moment now through Patreon there, patreon.com/evhgeartv. You could, I suppose you could buy it for $4 and you don't have to remain a member of Patreon. It always helps support, but you don't have to. You could grab it pretty cheap. So Francisco, no problem on that. You were talking about some language barrier or whatever. Language is fine, better than my English, and hopefully that was a bit of a help to you. We're going to try something different here for a sec. I think the guitar is in tune. We'll find out. Let's mute this again for a second. And we'll try one of Jason Wade's favorite songs. Let's see if we try this here. We'll try another Wolfgang, and I think we're tuned to 440 on this one. We'll find out. Let's see what we got. We'll try some power. I could really use a whammy bar for this one, but I just wanted an excuse to play this guitar. Okay, sounds a little bit out of tune. We'll fix that. Oh yeah, we're out of tune. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. I'll try to do this as fast as I can. Strobe tuner works good. Getting close, getting close. I should have had this one ready for you. All right, let's see if we're in tune with it. Let's see if I'm in tune. I don't know. Let's see here. All right. This one's for Jason Wade. of course, I know Jason's not here today, but that is for him. He always requests that one, and I usually don't have it ready. So this time I have it ready, and he can catch that one back on replay. Let's jump backwards here, read the chat backwards to forwards, and then we will get out of here. We've been here for probably, an hour and a half. That's a long one. Dale Palmer, let me see here. Go back and saying 8. What song is this? Just only got to the stream. I forget which one I played last. So this one here I'm playing right now is called The Power. Let me see here. So I'm kind of lost which one I just played last. Yes, I think, I know Jason's got a function today for sure. Let me see here. This guitar sounds nice too. I need that whammy bar. Let me see. Go backwards here a little bit. We're going to wrap up here. This was a fun Saturday afternoon. So we all started off this with some Van Halen presets, and it sounded pretty cool. We could just try for fun. Let's just drop this down to D. Oh, I can't do this because this guitar is in standard tuning, right? Yeah, I can't. I was going to do the Van Halen thing again, but I can't. I'm in standard tuning. We could try it. Let's do this. We'll wrap up right here. I'll play a little bit of Unchained again for you, and then we will wrap up for the day. Wolfgang, 1 in, 1 out. Okay, we'll try this. This will be the last song for the day, and I'll try Unchained once again. Awesome. Thank you, Nocturnal. This is a great help, great inspiration. Drop it down. Okay, we're going to go back here. We're going to grab that Pasadena Proud preset. And I tell you, it takes a lot of practice getting used to that preset because Eddie Van Halen does not use it. Back then, did not use a ton of gain. And when you play basically his old rig, which I'm trying to simulate with these presets, you have to play different. You really have to play different. I'm just trying to find it. I lost it. Oh, here it is. Pasadena Proud. All right, we're gonna turn on everything. We got all that. Okay, let's get Unchained, ready to rock. All right. Let me see here. All right, we'll give it a try. So I'm gonna get a quick level check here as well too. Crank my headphones. That should work. There we go. Let's read the last couple comments here, and we're gonna let you go. Lennon says hi and wants to know what gauge of strings you're using in the Wolfgang. 9 to 42 NYXLs on all my guitars, except for one last guitar. The other Variax, wherever I put it, not this one. The other Variax JTV 89F still has 10 to whatever NYXLs on that guitar. I'm bringing it down to 9, so 9 to 42 on all my guitars. All right, let's read the last couple comments in the chat, and we're gonna fly out of here. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. And if you haven't yet seen the interview I did with Michael Sweet from Striper, it's doing really, really well. We're probably approaching within a couple hundred views of 5,000 views. It's been going really, really well. I could not be happier about that interview. And Michael's promoting it like crazy. He talks about wanting to produce Van Halen, and I think it's a great concept. I think he'd be a great person to do that. Him and Eddie got to go have some dinner and go talk about it. I think it'd be great. It's one of the last videos here on the channel. Check it out. They're really, really cool. And lots of fun as of late. We're kind of full of what's the word? Well, I guess we're full of energy right now because we got our internet back and it's working really, really well. So lots of live streaming. You're probably going to see me a lot more than normal, even outside of the regular interviews, just because I'm happy to have internet again. So awesome. Del Palmer likes 9 to 42, and Orbit the Sun. Rockmans are a too thin tone for me. Yeah, I've never owned a Rockman. I played them before in music stores and stuff like that. Let me see. Chris Link is here. I think that's just basically it. All right. So keep an eye through YouTube here. I'll let you know when I have these Helix presets done. They're getting close. And we'll do a little bit of tweaking, and they're going to be available for purchase in the distant near future. All right, everybody. Unless I miss anything, I don't think I have. I hope you have a fantastic Saturday afternoon, and maybe be back tomorrow sometime. You never know. And R3 says, great stream, bro. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to turn it over. And once again, you'll see the Patreon information if you want to grab those tunes. They're in the outro little commercial here. And we'll look forward to seeing you very, very soon. And until next time, cheers and thank you.
Hey, you're still here? Eric Jr. here, reminding you to check out our full lineup of quality merch. Available right now in the Broadstash Boutique. Quality products and fast shipping. Visit broadstash.com today.
I am now on Patreon. If you enjoy my content and wish to support my channel and what I do, then please check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/evhgeartv. Your support assures the continued growth of this channel and a fun community in which to share our love for Van Halen, music gear, and much more.
My name is Eric and I'm playing Wolfgang guitar.
Video production services provided by Design 39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones, and official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com.